So the baby just went down. It's pretty late. I think it's like almost 10. We were about to order a pizza, but then we were like, no, we have these HelloFresh out there. This one is super fast. It's only a 5-minute prep time, 15-minute cook time. So we're going to whip up these one-pan black bean and poblano quesadillas. I'm tired. Orange? Look, super, super easy. So,
and I bet you they are hitting.
Yeah. I feel like we've made something like this before. I love these chilies. Like, I'm not like a huge chili fan, but these are chilies, right? Peppers. Yeah. Guys, I'm asleep. So yeah, all the ingredients Beebs already showed you. So first things first, we gotta prep. So if you already didn't get the memo, HelloFresh has the most delicious recipes. I love the flexibility that it offers, like adding, swapping, and upgrading your proteins, or even adding proteins to your veggie dishes, which I think we're actually gonna start doing just to switch it up a little bit. Their step-by-step recipes are really easy to follow, and the pre-portioned ingredients really help to cut down on prep time, helping us save time, money, and the stress of what we're actually gonna eat for dinner that night. HelloFresh also offers veggie, pescatarian, fit and wholesome meals to make it easy to stick to your goals without sacrificing flavor. And they feature produce that goes directly from the farm to your front door in under a week, which means their spring menu features the freshest flavors. And HelloFresh really helps us to eat more sustainably by cutting down our food waste by at least 25% compared to the grocery store. So if you guys want to try HelloFresh for yourself, just go to HelloFresh.com and use nicole.guerriero for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Don't be stingy on the lime, apparently. Then we're melting 2 tablespoons of butter in a large pan on medium-high heat, and we're putting the poblanos in and cooking those for 3 to 4 minutes. So then we're going to add the beans, and we're going to add our Tex-Mex paste with the poblanos. We're going to season with salt and pepper, and then we're going to cook it until the beans are warmed for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Half of this cheese over yonder.
And some filling.
Son of a biscuit. A little more cheese on top here.
Cook these until they are golden brown. Drizzle a little bit of the crema on them. You just made us a little guacamole, and you're done. Quick little late night snack. I just want to eat it. Literally so good. Cheers.
Ooh, hot sauce.
Oh my god.
Easy.
Way better than pizza.
Fire. Yeah.
So if you guys want to try HelloFresh for yourself, as always, I'll have all the information listed in the bottom bar for you guys. Forgot what I was going to say because these are too good.
Easy, quick.
Easy, quick.
Fire.
Fire. Oh, you're going in with the hot sauce. Okay. Okay.
Nighty night.
You want to take a bath? Who loves a bath?
This baby.
Who loves a bath?
You almost flopped out, man.
You're so big.
Oh my god.
Who's a big boy? Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Who's the biggest boy?
I ain't gonna fit in the damn sink, my
No, you're not.
Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey.
I'm gonna go check on my other son. Excuse you.
Whose bed is that, Shrimp?
Orange said, this is mine. That baby don't even fit in it no more. Shrimpy. I love you. I love you.
Hi, fish. Oh, beauty queen, fishy.
Boobles is asleep in my closet. Everybody always asks, where's Blue? Look at you, fish. Model. It says infant on here.
What?
How does it know you're a baby?
Your baby. That ain't it.
Dad likes it spiked up. Mom likes it brushed down. Because then you can see his little cute round head. Wow. Wow. Wow.
What is this? What did she do to you?
He loves it.
Kai.
Oh.
Are you going to talk to Mama? What are you going to say? Oh, that little laugh? Hi, handsome boy. Tell me a story. Oh. And what else? What? Tell me more. Come on. Talk to Mama. Yeah? And what else happened? What else happened? What? That's crazy. Is there more? Is there more? Tell me more. What? Tell me. Oh my God. I can't believe that. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I love you so much. Right. I love you.
Next on the to-do list, baby laundry. I don't know why baby laundry piles up so fast, but it does. I have more in the laundry room, so let's get these loads going. I got my little dude over here looking out the window. Likes to be outside. Because... Oh, are you okay? Oh my goodness. Are you okay? He's been drooling so much lately. Like, I hope you're not teething already. Big boy, let mama wipe your face. Hold on. Look sheepy, buddy. We just came in from outside. I had him in the carrier. We were walking around a little bit. But mom got her stuff from the Sephora sale, so I want to show everybody what we got. Okay, you gonna chill for a sec? Chill for 1 sec, okay? I'm literally right here. Don't think I'm far. Ooh! Camera's gonna fall. I have yet to film my birthing story. I was gonna tell you they made me take all my earrings out. So I lost a bunch of my piercings. I lost 1, 2, 3. Okay, I mean, I only lost three holes. But still, Jeremy's like, you could just go get them done again. I'm like, absolutely not. Oh, we got a bird fight out here.
You watching the birds? Yeah. Good boy.
Okay. Num, 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 num. Num, 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 num. Why is Mama so hot? Are you hot? Mom's like in a full sweat over here. Going for our little stroll. I love that the stroller has like that built-in sun guard on it. I didn't know when we first got it that it had that, and then I was like, what's the zipper for? Sorry, bud. And it's a little extended shelf for the baby. Look at those legs. Okay. Hi, bud. Good morning, good morning. We're in the car, we are up, we are out, we are at the nail salon. I just got my nails done. I have gone back. Well, I've never been back. I haven't had like a square nail in 3,000 years. So these are my natural nails. They were pretty long, and I had them all cut off. And then I just had like a regular gel polish on top of them, but girl, like my nails could not handle it. And I felt like they were like so sharp with the baby, even though they were super short, they were like thinner, so they were like sharper. So I had to come today and get a dip powder on top of them, just so one, I could tap on things, and two, they're not as sharp, so I'm not worried about like scratching Kai. So yeah, it's like 10 in the morning. I need to go pick up a package from FedEx because they don't want to redeliver it to me. Rude. And then I want to kind of do some stuff around the house and feed my baby all in between that. I think we're almost on 4 months of breastfeeding, and I am tired. I don't know how people do it for like 2 years. Like, kudos to you. It is, I think breastfeeding is like one of the hardest things ever, just because I feel like I can't do anything, or maybe I'm just like not in the swing of it. I haven't breastfed him. I breastfed him at his last doctor's appointment in the car, and that was weird, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I think that's the only thing that's weird about it, is like I feel like I'm like locked to the house. Like I can't go anywhere or do anything. I'm gonna call Jay, make sure baby's okay, and then go pick up this package because it's a pair of earrings. I'm pretty sure that's what it is because I can't imagine what else it isn't. So I'm gonna see how far away from the house it is. Look how long this hair is. Like it's touching my leg. It's pretty crazy. We're getting a treadmill delivered in a couple days too, so we need to move some stuff around the house because I am hanging on to almost all of my, well no. So I gained 60 pounds when I was pregnant and I lost like 30 of it, and I'm still hanging on to like 30 pounds, and people are saying it's because of breastfeeding, blah blah blah. I don't know what it is, but I'm hanging on to a lot of extra weight. I basically am like 50 pounds overweight, which I know you're probably like, what are you talking about? But I'm talking about like COVID weight, pregnancy weight, depression weight, like all kinds of shit. Depression from like when I was going through like my miscarriages and all that, I was hanging on to. I eat. I'm not somebody that gets skinny when they get depressed, okay? I like comfort food. So we're getting a treadmill. I'm trying to look up where this 8 minutes away. But yeah, I'm hanging on to a lot of weight. Also, my baby is 110 days old. Let's call Beats real quick. Hey. Oh no, is he okay?
He's fussy as hell. I just gave him another bottle. He's still not happy.
Oh no. Maybe I'll come home. He sounds upset.
Oh, God, it's okay, buddy.
I'm gonna come home. We'll go later.
It's okay, buddy.
I'll see you in a minute. Okay, bye. Oh no. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? No. Like I said, we'll go pick up our package later, but we have to pick it up today because today is the last day. Why are you trying me? There is nothing behind me. Not in the mood. I have my watch on backwards. Okay, I gotta go. Did you make mom come home early? Look at your hair today. What's going on? You crazy boy? Were you over, Dad? Huh? We're going on airplane mode? Silent? This hair though. I got these little seats for Kai because he's been acting like he wants to sit up. So I got this up seat for him. I follow this pediatrician on TikTok and she had like 6 recommended like little seat situations. So Kai's only 3.5 months, but some of the reviews are saying that people put their 3-month-old in them, and he really seems like he wants to sit up. And I also got him this Fisher-Price one, but these leg holes seem a little small. So we're gonna pop this other one open and see if we can get this little chunk in these seats and see which one he likes better, or if he even likes either of them, because you never know. Are you gonna like either one of these chairs? He's looking at the Fisher-Price one. Wonder Woman! I have my mom PJs on, so don't judge me. We're going down. Okay. We made it, buddy. Yeah, we made it, buddy. Oh no, buddy. Okay, there's one leg. There we go. What do we think about this? I feel like you're kind of doing a good job. I feel like you're kind of doing a good job. You look like you got it together. How do we feel, dude? Do you feel good? Do you feel supported? How is your hips? It's kind of, what do you think, dude? It's kind of a little struggle to get you in there. Your little leg's a little red. His hair today. Because we didn't brush it last night after his bath. I wish you could talk. Make things easier. Is it weird? Bless you. Bless you. Oh my goodness. Did you hit your face on that? Remember in the car I was talking about breastfeeding and like I just feel like it's rough. I'm grateful that I've been able to. I didn't think, I don't know. I never really like thought of motherhood in like a serious manner. If you've watched my videos for a long time, like I was like, I'm not getting married, I'm not having kids. Who's married and got kids? Well, kid, singular, for now. But what was I saying about breastfeeding? Mom brain is so real, y'all. I didn't realize like just how much like of a toll it takes on you. So I'm literally always in pajamas, like these long PJs that like button and like open just because it's like easy, you know, access for a baby. And it's a lot. So I don't know how long I'm gonna breastfeed for. He's gaining weight. He's, you know, doing great. He does get formula still in the mix too, because sometimes I just need a break. He's on the Kendamil, is that how you say it? Formula. Yeah, breastfeeding is just hard. I feel like I can't do anything. I feel like I can't wear regular clothes. Your boobs get so big. Like, okay, if you're breastfeeding and you like just like have like regular boobs and then you're good to go. But like if you have big boobs and then you start breastfeeding, it's like, you monsters. Like, it's insane. Airplane mode? Airplane mode activated? Yeah. I never put like a lot of thought into being a mom. But now it's like the coolest thing in the whole world. And I'm like, I'll take another, please. Like, my baby is almost 4 months old. It is just so hard to do anything that I give it up for people that I see doing these crazy morning routines. He's just happy to be here. Maybe we'll do our birthing story in this vlog. Like I said, I know it's been like 4 months and I'm like, people are like, why'd you have a C-section? How'd your birth go? It's a crazy story and I want to tell it. Maybe we'll just need to put it in the vlog and like, because I don't think there's like a situation where we're gonna be like sitting down filming. Plus I have no filming space. My lights are in the back, put away, and I don't know when they'll be coming out again. But yeah, I know that you guys want to hear it and I want to tell it, and maybe we'll just, you know, talk about it in this video. Yeah, also I want to cut my hair. I want to get bangs. Don't ask me, I'm going through some things. I don't know what. We're gonna rock our hips from side to side. Come on. You gotta get that little upper body going. All right, I'm sending you. Send it. Send it. Send it. Come on, push it up. Come on, push it up. Good job, buddy. So yeah, I've just been trying to be like a little more conscious and like try to vlog, because to me it's been like one long day since January 28th and it's May 15th or something, 17th, maybe it's the 18th. All right, I gotta go, I got a baby. We're on our little nightly stroll. Sun's been blinding the baby, so we got him some little shades. Seems to like them. Oh, baby. Yeah. I can't. Buddy. Oh yeah. Wow. We have to practice rolls. Uh-huh. Rock our hips from side to side. Okay, ready? Okay, go. Come on. Come on. Why are you fighting me? Come on. Go. Go. Yay! Great job! Yeah, good job! Good push-up and everything. I love you so much. I love you so much. You're my little chicken nugget, honey bacon. Should we tell him what we're doing? Cute dude. The Peloton is being dropped off right now. Jay is outside with the... He's like, who are you talking to? Jay's outside with the delivery people. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Oh, the Peloton's in the garage and Jay's like, you are literally gonna sweat everything out in there. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's the point of it. So I am gonna do a workout later today. I am nervous. I haven't really worked out at all besides walking, which I mean, I'm just walking, but I'm gonna do 12-3-30. We're gonna try to do 12-3-30 and see how that works out. Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm gonna do some light like recovery ab work too. What are you doing, crazy? You silly. Goodness gracious, it's hot outside. You probably can't even hear me over this air conditioning. About to be real southern because it's a million degrees outside. So we're running to Target. I got a few errands to run. I gotta run to Target. I gotta return some jeans because I don't know what I was trying to do. Maybe I was trying to hurt my own feelings. I was like, oh, let's try to get some jeans. Who let me get jeans? He was watching the baby. I only got about 2 hours because he's gonna go golf after this. So I'm gonna go do what I need to do and get back to the house. So I'm just gonna run to Target and the mall, like I said, to return some jeans. I got them from American Eagle, and like I said, I don't know if I was just trying to hurt my own feelings, but it worked because I did. Stretchy only, okay? Stretchy only. I just kind of want to sit here. I don't even like want to go into Target because this is just nice to like sit in silence in the air conditioning. I'm going to get like a Starbucks or something and then come back out. Is that crazy? I don't want to go in, but I need to. All right, I'm gonna go in. I'll be back.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna go home. We have some stuff to do with some errands. I'm gonna go to the mall, but my camera's gonna die. I think it's on like 4%. So I will see you guys back at the house. And I have to do like laundry and stuff like that. Also, like, nobody told me that there would be so much laundry. Nobody told me that there'd be so much laundry. Come on, chicken boy.
Oh,
You a heavy boy? Chicken nugget baby. Does this feel like deja vu?
yeah, it does.
We did this yesterday, but I look like a little grease ball, so we had to redo it again today.
Take two.
Take two.
Guy, what's going on, dude? What are those lights?
Do I look sweaty?
I can't tell.
No.
In real life, no.
Okay. I feel like I'm just further forward than you.
No, I'm bigger, so I'm sinking into it. So I look small.
Little trigger warning, we're just gonna quickly run through like, you know, what it took to get here, just so, you know, if you're going through it, you don't feel alone, and it's a very common occurrence. So I just wanna put a trigger warning out that I'm just gonna talk about my miscarriages. If that is, you know, a sensitive subject, maybe fast forward until we get to the actual birth part. We probably started trying for a baby in 2020. We got married November 11th, 2020, and I think that we conceived that night because I took a pregnancy test like in December and I was pregnant. So we were super excited and we were telling everybody, like, I think we told everybody like right away, right? Like my mom, your aunt, like I feel like everybody in our close family knew.
How far along were you?
I was only like
6-8 weeks or something?
probably not even. Super early stages of pregnancy. And unfortunately, I ended up miscarrying like January 2nd, literally the night before I was supposed to go in to have my like first scan. And I remember calling and like, I didn't know if I should go in. I didn't know what to do. Super scary, emotional. I think just scary, like no one prepares you for it. So
Scary.
I think though, that one happening in January and us having our actual wedding 2 weeks after the fact kind of helped pull me out of the funk a little bit, just because I feel like for me, like I'll grieve in the moment, like I'll be super sad and then, you know, try to let it go. Yeah, buddy. But I think that our wedding really helped to like pull me out of that funk that I was in.
Good distraction.
Yeah, good distraction. So then we actively started trying again. We were tracking ovulation. We knew my fertile window, and we got pregnant immediately after. We got pregnant again in February. Unfortunately, I miscarried again in April on that one. That one we didn't tell anybody. We kept it to ourselves. That one was really bad. Jay ended up having to call an ambulance. I passed out. I've never been in an ambulance. And that one was That one was really scary.
Scary, yeah.
That one was super, super scary. But the people in the hospital gave us hope, right? Like the doctor that was in there. Remember the guy, what he said?
Yeah, the doctor's wife had a few miscarriages, and then they had three
or five kids,
yeah.
like something like that. It was either like 3 miscarriages and 5 kids, or 5 miscarriages and 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like those were the
But
numbers I
gave
remember.
us hope.
Yeah, he was like, don't give up. And I remember driving home from the hospital that day, and Jay was like, he was really emotional. He's like, we can't keep doing this. And I was like, no. I was like, we're still gonna try. We're not gonna give up. If it was,
You said that if that's as bad as it can get, then we got to keep trying.
yeah, like I could go.
But my point of view is I wasn't the one going through it, I was just kind of witnessing you suffer, so
You wanted to make me feel like we
I
didn't have to.
Yeah, there's no pressure to do it.
Right.
Because
If it wasn't
it's
naturally
emotionally and physically straining.
straining, draining, like it was,
Yeah.
it was a lot. So I was super sad. It was like back-to-back miscarriages. And then I didn't have a period, so there was like, it didn't come back. And I was like, we couldn't track ovulation. It's like June. I feel like it's June because I smell something weird and I'm like, what? Something's off. So I take a,
You smelled something that smelled weird.
yeah.
Right?
What did I say?
You smelled something weird.
I
You
smelled.
were Am I pregnant?
What is that? I smelled it in the air. No, but something like told me to just take a pregnancy test. And the only pregnancy test that I had was a first response, early response, which will tell you obviously earlier than a regular one would. So that one showed up and it had 2 lines. I had a really faint line on it. Jay is golfing in almost all of these scenarios because remember I sent it to you and you were golfing there and we were like, what? So I was like, well, this is really weird. So I went to Walmart and I got a clear blue digital, and I took that one and it said not pregnant. And so we were like, all right, we felt like it was like super soon from the miscarriage to be pregnant again. So we were like, okay, whatever. So like a few weeks go by and I'm like, no, I'm like, something weird is going on. And I just take it randomly. I'm like doing stuff around the house. I have the test from the leftover one. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take this. I take it, I leave it, I come back. I forget about the test and I come back and I'm like, oh, what does that say? And I'm like, what?
Pregnant.
I'm like, is this for real? So that one said pregnant, and what we were saying in the other video, I feel like we might be skipping over some things, because like I said, we filmed this yesterday. But when you have miscarriages, I think that it just robs you of the joy and the excitement that like a pregnancy brings.
Yeah, it's just nervous that it's gonna happen again.
Right. So
and not being able to superstitious about telling family and friends and stuff, and not want to have to come back in a couple weeks and say it happened again. So
Yeah.
we kind of keep it a secret.
Yeah. And I think we even didn't want to talk about it like among us. Like we were just like, all right, zip the lip. We're gonna let this one ride out and see what goes on. And a weird thing with both of my previous pregnancies was they both ended like at 8 weeks, like on the head. It was like, bop, 2 months, boom, miscarried. So I was telling myself like, I'm not even gonna call my doctor. I'm not doing anything until I make it past the previous points that I had made it. And I remember that I did bleed one night with this pregnancy, and I was super upset. I was like, it's happening again. And then, it is common to bleed while you are pregnant. So he was like trying to reassure me because, we were Googling everything.
I don't know if that's a smart thing to do, but
No, I know.
freak yourself out.
But he was just trying to reassure me. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. 8 weeks come and go, and I still am like, I'm not calling the doctor. I'm like, I don't know. And then finally it's like approaching where I think we're like getting up there, and I'm like, all right, maybe I should call the doctor. So mind you, I'm going 8 weeks off of when I took the test because I'm not really sure when I got pregnant. I know now it was in May. Finally, I'm like, I guess I should call the doctor and see what's going on. Oh wait, I feel like I skipped a part. Remember I started going to acupuncture?
Oh yeah.
We totally
That might
skipped
have
over
been
that.
the key.
The thing, remember I threw up after my first acupuncture appointment? Like what? Like came out of it and just threw up in the parking lot. And I thought maybe I was like detoxing. I was already pregnant then, but like I was going for fertility. And the first time I went, she did like all the needles like in my uterus and stuff, not in my uterus, but like down by my belly. And then literally the next time I came back, I was like, I'm pregnant. And so I continued to go to acupuncture for what, months, right? Until like it was like uncomfortable for me to lay on my back. I kept going. So I don't know really if that had anything with helping it stick.
It did.
And maybe it was just me being super relaxed and not stressing about the pregnancy in acupuncture, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's so relaxing. But yeah, I did do that. And finally, I was like, all right, I need to call the doctor. I need to see. So I called my OB and they're like, so when was your last period? And I'm like, I have no idea. I didn't get one in between from February until we conceived in May. So they were like, all right, we have to do pregnancy confirmation for you. They're like, come in because we think you might be a little further along than you actually think. So I go in and it's the same room, unfortunately, that I found out I was miscarrying the first time. So I'm like already like high anxiety. I have to go through it by myself because it's COVID. Jay's not allowed to be with me. Were you there? You were in the part? No, you were at home. You stayed home that time. All my other ones, you would come to my appointment.
Parking lot.
Yeah, and stay. And I was super emotional going, but as soon as they do the ultrasound, the lady was like, baby, and there was this chicken nugget in the womb on the screen. He looked so big. It wasn't like a little baby like when you first usually get pregnancy confirmation. She's like, you're almost 3 months pregnant. And we were just like, what? I called Jay immediately on FaceTime afterwards and showed him a little ultrasound of him with this little, it was just basically like a head, remember?
Yeah.
A head and like little arms like this. This guy, he said he was sticking around. He was not going nowhere. I had a relatively easy pregnancy too. After all that struggle, I felt pretty lucky except for
Heartburn and stuff.
yeah,
Bad.
really bad heartburn. And then towards the end of it, I started to get like a lot of just like pelvic pain, like down. It was just a lot of pressure, which I'm sure is very common in pregnancy. I mean, you have this sitting inside of you. So felt lucky to have like a pretty smooth pregnancy. No gestational diabetes or preeclampsia, high blood pressure, anything like that. I'm like 38 weeks and Jay's like, pack your hospital bag. Pack your hospital bag. Like every day for like a week or so, you're like, pack your bag. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
You got 2 weeks.
We're
you got
good.
3 weeks.
He's not due till February 8th. And then it's like, I'm 38 weeks and 2 days. I packed my bag. I started packing the night before and then I finished it that day. We went to check in to do our tour of the hospital on January 25th. It's January 27th. I'm 38 weeks and 2 days. Jay's like, I'm gonna go to the driving range. I'll be back. You know, he goes to the driving range weekly and I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. Have fun. I'll see you when you get home. It's like 4 o'clock. I finish packing my hospital bag and I'm like, ugh, all right, I'm done. You know, like wobble over to the couch. And as soon as I go to lay down on my side, it's like this popping noise. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And I just like lay there for a second because I'm not sure. Do you remember this story, baby?
Yeah, he was there.
So I'm just laying there for a second, then all of a sudden I'm like, did I pee on myself? Because you know when you're pregnant, you pee on yourself. It happens sometimes. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. This seems like a bit much. So of course, handy dandy Google, I'm like, can you hear when your water breaks? And it's like, you know, some people can hear it. It's not like a gush like you see like in the movies.
Somebody's getting tired.
No. So I call Jay and I'm like, I think my water broke. And he's like, what? And he just like leaves the golf course. Didn't you say your friend was there?
Yeah, I was there. Well, I wasn't there with Scott, but he was there. And he was asking me when she do, blah, blah, blah. And then I get the text and I was just beelined out of there. Didn't even tell him.
So by the time he gets here, it's like a 15, 20 minute drive. I had already changed because I had called my OB and it was like, if you think your membranes have ruptured, which is, you know, your water breaking, it was like, go immediately to the hospital. So by the time he got here, we were ready to go. And we called his mom, we called my mom, and we're like, baby's on the way. Little did we know, this man wasn't gonna show up for 26 hours after that. So we get to the hospital. You hear that?
We're talking about you.
You hear that? Oh, my baby, so handsome. You wanna come, mama?
Hey, do you want mama?
What's up, my baby?
Oh.
We're on 26%, we gotta get talking. So we get to the hospital and they are like, we're gonna do the amniotic check to see if it's what the fluid is. And they were like, if it turns blue, it's amniotic fluid. So surprise, surprise, it's amniotic fluid. And they're like, we are admitting you, you know, you're about to give birth. And at that point, they want to do a cervix check. And I know that you can like deny them, but I was like, how are they gonna know? Like, I'm not just gonna wing it here. Like, I want to know how far along I am as well. So we do the first one and I'm like 4 centimeters when we get there. So I'm like, oh,
So we're on the way.
we're on the way. We're moving and grooving. And it's not, I'm contracting obviously, but it's not like so intense. It's not super painful. Things get blurry as the night goes on because they definitely start to get like more intense. And we have a great nurse and she's moving me around, different positions. That damn peanut ball, she's got me in like these reverse cowgirl positions. That one that she had me like, was like breaking my back.
Yeah.
She's got me like on my hands and knees. She's showing Jay how to like move my hips so that, you know, trying to get baby.
Was awesome.
She was amazing. Just trying to get baby to just come down more because I can feel him there and it's like an intense amount of pressure. So some hours and hours go by. We do another cervix check. I'm only at like 4.5, 5 maybe. Like it's going super slow in the amount of time. So it's probably like, I don't know, midnight. It's late, 1 a.m. something. We got admitted around what, 5:30?
Yeah, 5.
5, yeah. They're like, do you want to get an epidural? And I'm like, yes, send them in. I'm like, immediately. So the anesthesiologist comes in, gives me my epidural, and it's like instant relief. I remember literally looking at Jay and being like, and he's like,
good to go.
And he's like, let me take a nap too. So we're like, we want to get some sleep before like it gets really intense. So I take a nap.
They're pushing sleep the whole time. Too.
Yeah,
You
get
need
some
to
sleep. Get
yeah.
some sleep. So they, I fall asleep for like an hour and I wake up and it's like, whoa, like it's super intense again. And you know when you get an epidural, they have you on the drip. So every 20 minutes I could get more medication if I was feeling like I needed. Okay, well, your girl was needing it. I was hitting that button literally every time it turned green, I would hit the button. My nurse was like, where are you feeling the pain at? She's like, it's not in your stomach, right? And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's in my vagina. I'm like, it's just so much pressure. And they're like, okay. I'm not even sure what happens from midnight to like 7 a.m, right?
No,
I'm trying to think.
All a blur.
It was, yeah, like, because it was intense. Basically,
it was really bad.
That epidural failed. So it was like, I'm in natural childbirth. I'm feeling every single thing. They're trying to give me so much. They're giving me like laughing gas. No. This is before. We're still in the first epidural.
Yeah.
So I go through that one and it probably ends up being like 7 a.m. to where they're finally like, cause they're doing shift change, remember? We get the other
new nurse, new anesthesiologist, everything.
And they're like, we think your epidural failed. So they're like, we're gonna give you another one. This is gonna be a sped up version.
Come on, bub.
He's tired.
Wiggle worm. He's a wiggle worm.
So they're like, we think your epidural failed. We're gonna give you another one. Do you want it? And I'm like, absolutely. So I get a second epidural at like 7 a.m. And they also decide that they're gonna give me Pitocin. Now I know because we took birthing classes that Pitocin just intensifies everything. And they were just trying to make me contract more to get baby to push down in the canal. At this point, I'm probably only like 6 centimeters dilated. So I haven't really progressed in a long period of time.
And the Pitocin worked.
Well, it
intensified everything. And it got bad.
It got so bad. I was like
really
an animal in there, like the noises I was making. They ended up putting like a lasso around baby's head to actually monitor the pressure of the contractions. And I remember the nurse being like, we want you at like a 60 or a 70 or something like that. They were at like 100. They were like off the charts. And Jeremy,
you could see the screen as it's coming, and there's 60, there's 70, there's 80. Meanwhile, she is losing it.
I thought I was gonna die. My blood pressure is through the roof. My heart rate is through the roof. My stomach is contracting and it's like squishing together. Baby was safe the whole time though. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Baby was completely safe. So all this time goes by, just hours and hours. I end up having
24 hours. 2
failed epidurals. Mind you, I can feel every single thing, even with both epidurals. They try to give me some kind of medication I take orally. They give me like laughing gas. And then at one point they come in and say, your levels, you have so much medication in you, you're reaching toxicity levels and you may have a seizure and die if we give you any more medication. And then proceeded to give me more medication.
Yeah, and then
after
a doctor came in, not even the anesthesiologist, the doctor came in.
Yeah.
And saw how much pain she was in and gave her more.
Yeah. So then it's like 3 o'clock. I end up failure to progress. Like I end up stopping at 8 centimeters, and I'm at 8 centimeters for 4 hours. They tell me at 3 hours, if, you know, for this next hour, if you don't progress, we're gonna offer, you know, if you want a C-section. I was ready to get the C-section right then and there. Like I was just in so much pain. So the hour goes by, the slowest hour of life, because the clock is right in front of you and I'm literally watching every minute go by. And it's like 4:45. She comes back in and she's like, do you want that? And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Roll me in, get the OR ready. So we go to OR and there's like 30 people in the room. There's so many people in there.
Yeah, crazy. I wasn't in there at first.
Because they didn't know if they were gonna give me a spinal tap or if they were gonna put me completely under, because I had so much medication in me. They were like, we don't know if we could spinal tap you. Thank God they did, because if they would have put me under, Jay wouldn't have been allowed to come into the room. So once they gave me that spinal tap, I like thought I was gonna pass out and go to sleep, because that was the first time in like 25 hours that like I didn't feel pain. So he was outside in the waiting room. He looks so cute.
Not even a waiting room. It's where all the dads go before the C-section just to decide if they're allowed in or not.
Yeah.
And it's just a chair in a hallway.
Yeah.
And there was 2 notebooks, and it said, everybody that's sitting in this chair has been in your shoes at one point. So write a little message about what you're going through. So I'm out there reading all these stories, crying already before I even got to go back.
He comes in and I'm like, I'm in La La Land, and I'm like, why are you crying? I'm okay.
Freaking out.
As I'm like laid on the table getting ready to be like sliced open. But he comes in finally, and then what did they say? They're like, I know you think we're up here joking
because
around.
They're talking about
whatever.
Their daily life, you know?
Yeah.
And the doctor said, I hope you guys don't think we're just joking around up here. We've actually been working. And then, wah, here's your child.
And they hold him up. They're like, Dad, do you want to look over? And he's like, yeah. So he looks over and he sees Kai, and they're like, ready, Mom? And they like put him over to me, and it's just like, wow, baby.
Oh my God.
Like he looked so perfect, straight out. He was just like the most perfect human. He was 8 pounds, 21.5 inches, 8 pounds on the head, which is so funny. Like he said, we get single-digit numbers. And yeah. So that's why I had to have a C-section, because, you know, I just stopped. I do remember the doctor. Remember she peeked around and she goes, he wasn't making it through. Like, she's like, his head wasn't coming down.
There's no way.
She's like, it was stuck there. And
she said at one point, you could have been in there another 24 hours.
Yeah.
She was
like, he wasn't going to come out.
No.
So.
Because look at this
Look at the head. Look at the chunk. Oh, show my baby sheepy. I had a C-section. I'm very proud. They could have told me that they had to cut my arm and my leg off for me to have this healthy baby, and I would have been like, you know, chop them off. I would go through the exact same process all over again if I knew that this was the reward at the end of the tunnel. Jeremy was great. I remember the doctors being like, Jeremy should be a doula. He was amazing in there with you. And I'm like, ma'am, he can only handle it with me.
No choice.
Yeah,
you know?
like, what are you gonna do? He was
we left out the second nurse, that she was kind of MIA.
Yeah.
I don't
think there was much she could do. They gave me so much
medication. You're not having the baby.
Yeah.
So she was coming in and out checking.
I probably would have like ripped her head off at one point if she was in there too. So I'm glad that.
But for the majority of the worst part of the whole ordeal, it was just
me and you.
Yeah. And we made it.
I just want to say that if you're a C-section mom, I feel like there's like a stigma around it. Like people trying to almost make you feel less than if you had a C-section. I remember, which I didn't know at first. I found this out after I went for my 6-week checkup, and my doctor was kind of like, are you okay? Are you depressed? Are you sad? And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. And she's like, well, there's, you know, a lot of women are depressed if they have a C-section and they couldn't birth it naturally. I'm like, absolutely not, ma'am. I'm like, that's not happening for me. I'm like, it is what it is. I was like, my body did everything that it could. And it's not like we were like, oh, an hour in, we're like, oh, let's just try it out. No, like, but my body was fighting for that.
For 24 hours of excruciating pain, near-death experience in my eyes, to a little 5 minutes.
It felt so fast.
It was like boom.
When I got on the OR, like when I got in there, it was super fast. But
the surgeon was amazing too.
She was
awesome.
I remember telling Jay, like, I was like, I'm so scared to look at my scar, and my incision, and when I finally looked at my incision, I was like, oh my God, it's so little. And he's like, what'd you think it was gonna look like, Frankenstein? Like, I thought it was gonna be like big stitches like this. No, it's literally like this big, and like, I feel like you can't even see it now.
Oh, bud.
But
I'm so tired.
it was crazy. It was a crazy experience when I think about it.
Crazy experience.
It feels like yesterday. It feels like a blur, but it also feels like I remember everything. It's a very weird, out of body almost experience.
Yeah. And it's crazy just to hear other friends and stuff having babies. I even told her months later, I was like, I feel bad for not
saying, oh my God,
being more supportive and stuff and
Congratulatory.
congratulatory to friends, because it's just like, oh, you had a kid. But now going through it, it's a major ordeal.
It's like you feel so different as like a
Yeah.
parent. Like I feel so much more like empathy and emotion.
Totally.
It's insane how like a little 8-pound honey baked ham can change your whole world.
You did.
And I love him so much. Oh, and also, I was not trying to stay in the hospital afterwards.
No, she wasn't.
C-section is like I said, a C-section is literally a major surgery where you're expected to be up and on your feet 6 hours after the fact, and also taking care of another human. And so usually it's like you're in the hospital for like 72 hours. At like 48, I was like, can I leave? And they were like, we really?
Well, see if you could do this and see if this happens and go.
I'm like, I can stand.
A couple hours later, they say, all right, we're giving you the go-ahead to go home. The
Wrap
nurse
it up.
walks out. We packed our shit up, started walking down the hall. And they're like, no, we have to walk you out. And
Wheelchair me out. Like, do you
Yeah.
imagine? You remember how far it was?
Yeah.
And I was going to walk the whole thing with my C-section.
She
like,
was so ready to get out.
I was so ready to
Meanwhile,
get out.
I'm like, let's stay another night.
I'm like, absolutely
About
not.
to send us home with this brand new baby and
Yeah.
my wife who can't move.
So it was definitely rough those like first couple weeks. It's like I have the C-section, I can't move. I'm super emotional. I'm swollen beyond belief. Like my legs are like this big. Like I thought I had a blood clot. I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like I was just so paranoid. So Jay was amazing. He did a lot of the work in the beginning because like I was literally,
She was bedridden.
it was so hard. Lots of tears those first couple weeks, but we got it together.
I know.
We got it together.
We're hanging on by a string over here.
I'm not tired. Are you tired? But he's so
Okay.
worth it. He's so worth
He's
it.
knocked out. He's knocked out.
You made it through the birth story twice, buddy. He said, oh my God, exhausting. He's like, I was there.
Boring.
Now you guys told the story twice. We're on a 2% battery, so that was the story. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out because I feel like we were a little rushed on this one.
Now
I
the
feel
next
like-
question. Is he gonna have a sibling?
Cut the cameras.